Well, good morning. Today is Friday. Does it seem possible that it's Friday already? Friday, March 9th. And it's time for our quote of the day that we're going to live by. And today's quote is, slow and steady wins the race. We all want to lose that weight really fast. We really do. I know from my own experiences that I can put 5 or 6 pounds on over the weekend, and then it takes me a couple weeks to lose it. It's not a good thing to do that. It really isn't. And I know that in my mind, and I know that in my heart. But somehow my mouth and my brain haven't gotten together to discuss this. And I've been saying this all along. It's the slower you go, the more you do learn about yourself. The more you learn what you can do and what you can't do. And the prouder you are of your accomplishments. Not a major accomplishment. I told you yesterday that I didn't have a piece of cake, but there's a story behind the reason I didn't have a piece of cake. For some reason, everybody wanted a slice of cake yesterday. Usually I have probably maybe a third of the cake left because I have cake, brownies, and ice cream, and I usually have 3 different flavors of ice cream. Ice cream's not a big temptation for me. In the summer when I get my banana splits, it's a temptation. But, you know, during the year, just to go have a bowl of ice cream or have a scoop of ice cream, it's not a tempting. Like store-bought cookies, it just doesn't tempt me. So I have like 3 different flavors of ice cream in there. Anyway, so I usually have cake left over. And for some reason, there was 1 slice of cake left. And it was a pretty good slice. And I was looking at it as I sliced all the cake up. And I thought, you know, I could have half of that piece of cake and just leave 1 piece for Jim for later. And I was just about ready to slice it. And then Aaron, who didn't have a slice of cake, said, do you mind if I take that piece of cake home and eat it later? And so I said, no, that's fine, go ahead. The old Sandy would have just cut it in half and then gave him the other half that I was going to save for Jim. But no, I gave him the whole big chunk because I realized that that 1 moment of pleasure for that cake wasn't going to be worth all of the efforts I've been putting in all week. And so I didn't have it. I wasn't tempted. And like I said, I wasn't tempted by the ice cream. I did put a brownie aside because I'm gonna have it this weekend. I'm gonna have a brownie this weekend. I already know it, but I'm planning for it, and I'm gonna figure it into my points, and I'm gonna enjoy every bite of it, and I'm not gonna have a worry about it, because I know that I could have had the cake, I could have had the brownie, I could have had the ice cream, but that's gonna deter me from losing my weight. And they say the recommended is between 1 and 2 pounds a week. And if you really think about it, that's exactly what I lost last year. I lost almost 65 pounds in over a year. And it was a little more than averaged, a little more than 1.5 pounds a week. Not to say that some weeks you might have a great gain of like 2 or 3 pounds, but then you're going to, for the next couple weeks, kind of get discouraged because you're only losing like 1/4 pound or 1/2 pound, but at least you're losing. And that's my way of thinking. The slower I go, the more I learn, like, I can have the brownie this weekend because I've learned that that's what I can do. And it just, I know I keep saying it, but slow and steady does win the race. It really does. You just have to be committed to what you want to do. Know it's going to be a slow process. Know that it's going to happen. There's so many people out there. Corey, Weight Watchers with Carrie, and her husband Corey, both of them lost 100 pounds, over 100 pounds each. Kim from Fit and Fabulous Mamas, she won 119. She did win because she's in the Wonderland now. She lost 119 pounds. There's so many of you out there that have lost 100 pounds, and I'm in awe of you. I really am. It just, I can see it in my future, but it's unbelievable. It's, you know, like winning the lottery. Is this really going to happen? And I'm probably never going to win the lottery, but I am going to get my 100-pound loss. If it's not this year, it'll be next year, because I have no intentions of quitting. It's slow, it's steady, and that's all that matters. So remember, slow and steady wins the race. I'll see you on my daily vlog.